trying to figure out how to screen share the Zoom and still see myself. So forgive me. Okay. Can I stop the video and restart it? Does anyone know? I don't know if I have you guys on mute or not. Okay. Well, we're gonna just go for it. All right, everybody. I'm not for sure if you can see me. Oh, yeah, cool. You can. All right. Hey, guys. Thanks for coming to my speech. This is a speech I put together discussing our loss of empathy. I did a lot of research, and there's some data to prove that we have lost our empathy, at least here in America. I want to read a poem to you guys. And it's a great poem. It's by Shel Silverstein. Let me get it. Here we go. Come on. It's called The Little Boy and the Old Man. Said the little boy, sometimes I drop my spoon. And said the little old man, I do that too. And the little boy whispered, I wet my pants. I do that too, laughed the little old man. And said the little boy, I often cry. And the old man nodded, so do I. But worst of all, said the boy, it seems grown-ups don't pay attention to me. And he felt the warmth of a wrinkled old hand. I know what you mean, said the little old man. This is a great poem. I didn't even know this poem existed. I love Shel Silverstein, but it paints the perfect picture of what empathy is. We just need to know where another one's coming from. We need to be able to identify with each other. So we need to kind of see here. We need to figure out how to do this. Here we go. And it's my first time using PowerPoint, so forgive me, guys. All right, so empathy is what helps us relate to each other. In order to be compassionate and kind and have sympathy for each other, we need to have empathy. If we can't identify and relate to each other or remember a time when we felt the same way, we can't figure out what our action is going to be as far as kindness, empathetic, what that person might need. And we've kind of walked away from that. We're really not taking the time to connect and remember when we felt that way. So it's something we really need to keep in mind. There was a study done by Sarah Conrath. She took studies from 1979 all the way till today, and our empathy has dropped about 40%, between 30 and 40%, and has dropped greatly since the 2000s. That's a lot. That's a lot. We need to know what empathy means. So Merriam-Webster says, empathy is the action of understanding, being aware of, being sensitive to, and vicariously experiencing the feelings and thoughts and experiences of another. That is the definition. There is other meanings, and in the professional world, they have many, but there are two common ideas of what empathy is. There is the affective empathy, which is emotional. So we're able to connect emotionally. We can identify someone's feelings and remember when we felt the same way. And we can even share in the feelings with that person. And then there's cognitive empathy. So we can intellectually connect with what that person is thinking and what they are believing. And if we continue to lose our empathy like we are, like Ms. Conrath has said, from 1979 and on, we are not going to be the United States of America. We're going to be the un-United States of America. We've distanced ourselves from each other. We are so focused on ourselves and our careers that we've forgotten to look around us and be aware of others. And I feel like this is what's causing what I think is a great divide here in America. All right. So we need to talk about why we need empathy. Why do we need it? Well, scientists said that we needed it to survive. If we couldn't see and be aware and look at someone's reactions and say, hey, I remember that reaction. I felt like this with that reaction. We wouldn't be able to protect ourselves and avoid dangerous situations. We wouldn't be able to know when something was pleasurable or unpleasurable. It also helps us connect. It helps us interact with each other. It bonds us to our children. If we see them crying, that's all part of empathy. If we see them crying and we know we can soothe them, we can help them. If we see them laughing, that we can laugh with them as well. It helps us listen to our friends. Let's say you have a friend who's going through a divorce and you're going to listen to them because you're empathetic and you love them. Without those things, I can't even imagine what it would be like if we didn't have these things. Let me see here. I have another one. So this is a graph here of that study I was showing you. A lot of the researches were done on college students and medical students. And medical students, by their third year, in between their third and fourth year, their decline was just great. It was just, their empathy decline was just so great. They were overworked, they were burned out, they were just overwhelmed, and they just needed to get the job done. And what was happening and what is still happening is people aren't feeling like they're getting the care that they need. Patients are not getting well. Are they coming back? They're repeat patients. I mean, it's so bad that they're even teaching how to practice empathy in hospitals and other professions. So this was a great graph to kind of show that. And that's just one little area. You know, there's other studies of just people coming together and answering a whole bunch of questions and saying, hey, I felt better when I saw someone and I could help them. That made me feel better than just kind of roaming around and doing my day-to-day activities. Empathy can also help people, you know, kind of feel better about themselves. So we have some side effects here of low empathy. So some side effects might be, you might think people are too sensitive. You don't connect with your friends anymore. You're not connecting with family anymore. You're not even connecting with people at work anymore. You're having a hard time controlling your emotions. You get angry very easily. You're critical of others. You're always critiquing them and pointing out what's wrong, and very judgmental. These are signs and symptoms of having low empathy. I think I skipped one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I did. Sorry, guys. So why are we having this low empathy? What's caused this? That's what we need to know, right? That's what you guys are probably asking. What has caused this? There's theories. It's only theories. It's not a science behind it, but there's been lots of things that's changed from 1979. One big factor, Amaya Salvazitz, I cannot say her name right, but her theory is that media and technology has just bombarded us with so much information. News has been so violent that we've just been desensitized to any kind of distress and trauma that may be around us locally. Social media, we're on social media connecting with people through the internet, and we're so tired from working or whatever we're doing that we just decide we'll speak to you through the internet or through my phone, through the social media. And then there's also technology that wasn't around in the 80s. You know, we have cell phones and tablets. People play games and watch videos. People aren't going outside. We're stuck inside. We're not connecting with others. Another one that she mentioned, which was kind of iffy, but I kind of agree with her, was the the focus on yourself, the movement in the early, maybe mid late 70s and on, of you need to focus on yourself, worry about yourself, focus on your future, and don't worry about anybody else. That was kind of a big movement, and there's benefits to it, but it may have influenced our lack of empathy. And then COVID is a big one. Everyone's stuck inside. You see, kids weren't even able to go play outside. We've also kind of had a close watch on our children. We don't let them play out no more, like the kids did in the 70s, riding their bikes till it got dark and come home. So they're not engaging with other children as much and learning how to respond to social cues and helping each other when they're in a situation. These are all ideas that Amaya said, hey, this is what's causing this decline in empathy. So what are our solutions? What can we do? Well, I think we need to be aware when we're being critical and we're getting upset really easily and we're losing control of our emotions. I think that we need to put our devices down. I think we need to go outside. We need to interact with our friends, our children, our family, our neighbors. Help someone that you see in the grocery store. I challenge you to take baby steps, and just when you're in the grocery store and you see someone behind you, say hi. That's one step. You don't know, they might be having a really horrible day. Just you saying hi to them may have made them so happy. If you see someone putting their cart back in the grocery store parking lot, yours is empty and you're there, grab it, take it for them. Little tiny actions like that will help you practice your own empathy. Do that once a week. Do one of those things once a week. And if you feel comfortable doing that, do it twice a week. Just be aware. Paying attention to when you're really criticizing and judging people. Just be more aware. These are some things that we can do to help with this lack of empathy. And I thank you guys. That's going to do it. I thank you guys for being so patient with me. This took forever. This took a couple weeks. And I do want to answer some questions if anyone has any, but I think we may be running out of time. So does anybody have anything they would like to say? And if you do, and I don't see it, I apologize. This is why this is a mess. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I am not having a good time with this. I really don't know how to use this. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I have another speech. I'm a student, so it's going to be a continuous learning experience. I hope you like this topic. I really feel passionate about this topic. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you and have a great night.